The most decorated combat athlete in history. Brock Lesnar is hazardous to your health.
You know, the night after WrestleMania back in 2015, Brock Lesnar F5'd me out of my shoes on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, I remember that one.
You know what, Byron? It really made my career because you replaced me on play-by-play, and the world realized how bad you were and how good I was on that night. So in a weird sort of way, I thank Brock Lesnar for that.
That is kind of weird. But I've talked to a lot of superstars who have faced Brock Lesnar, and there is one common denominator between them all. They say once you are in the ring with Brock Lesnar, you are never the same.
Because you go to Suplex City. And for me, it'll be interesting to see if the champ's approach changes any, considering the title is not on the line tonight.
I don't know, Michael. Part of me thinks he'll fight this fight just like it was any other, regardless of what's at stake.
Oh my God, the temperature's just dropped like 50 degrees in here.
Somebody get me a jacket.
What cemetery did they dig the Undertaker from?
I got a feeling Undertaker's the kind of guy who does most of the digging.
Look at his face. His expression never changes. It's like he's possessed.
Yeah, but what's more terrifying is the agility that this big man possesses. You've seen him walk across the top rope. It's mystifying.
He has all the tools. Power, speed, dominance, mind games. How do you stop a man like this? And then these almost mystical powers. You look into the eyes of this man and you're frozen. Absolutely frozen.
Like something straight out of a horror movie.
We cannot talk about Brock Lesnar and The Undertaker without bringing up Undertaker's WrestleMania streak. For decades, the bell tolled for the Grim Reaper's victims. But on that fateful WrestleMania night, it tolled for The Undertaker himself.
It was just the biggest shock in the history of our business, Michael. I mean, breaking The Undertaker's perfect WrestleMania streak cemented Brock as the conqueror. It made him the one in the 21-1.
not only did Brock become the one in 21-1, that moment boosted him to become the one in all of WWE. To have dominant title reigns, to be the top draw, that's how important that one win was.
You're right, Corey. It rippled through the WWE landscape. And even though The Undertaker had some instances of revenge on Brock, their history sways in favor of the Conqueror.
And there's a kick. Ooh, what an up. Down he goes with a scoop slam. Undertaker looking mortal here, but he's not appearing too worse for wear. At least not yet anyway.
He's got to be careful here. While he hasn't absorbed too much punishment yet, triple threat matches have a way of getting out of hand very quickly.
When I look at Brock Lesnar, guys, even all these years later, one of the first things that comes to mind is that he is the man responsible for ending the Undertaker's historic WrestleMania undefeated streak after 21 consecutive victories. He's going for the pin.
Undertaker kicks out with ease.
Remarkable.
Lesnar did indeed end the dead man's WrestleMania undefeated streak, as Michael was saying. It was perhaps the most shocking event in WrestleMania history. Over 75,000 fans in attendance, all shocked in silence.
Well, get over it, Saxton, because all good things must come to an end eventually, and Brock Lesnar is an expert at making things end.
And now he goes for it a second time. This could... Oh, Corey, he unloaded there.
Nice.
Shut it down.
The steel cage is a massive enclosure that stands 15 feet in height.
The human body can only absorb so much of that.
Victory is on the horizon. Brock Lesnar is in a real bad spot here.
From what we've seen and heard tonight, there must be serious injuries. A competitor must be ready for the possibility that they'll fall victim to a 2-on-1 attack on a triple threat match. A great example of that was the triple threat match on SmackDown Live between AJ Styles, Dolph Ziggler, and Baron Corbin. No one thought that Ziggler... Digging deep for a kick out.
It's way too early.
He's inflicting some serious pain here. The Undertaker is a force within the ring.
Not much is known about Brock Lesnar's life away from the bright lights and sold-out arenas of WWE. We do know that Lesnar's an avid outdoorsman who lives off the land and enjoys seclusion somewhere in the Great White North. Lesnar is proud of the fact that he lives miles away from his closest neighbor.
The Undertaker in a very unfavorable position here. He came into this match looking for a fight, and it looks like he found one.
He better be careful. If he's not, things can very easily go from bad to worse for him inside that cage.
If you're ever curious about Brock Lesnar's take on speaking with people, just watch his discussion with Steve Austin on the Stone Cold podcast on the WWE Network. Lesnar's not some... Man, what a move. Unbelievable power.
Got every ounce of that one.
He goes for the cover. Can you believe this battle's not over yet?
He showed up here tonight for a fight, and that's exactly what we are seeing. The rivalry between Ultimate Warrior and Ravishing Rick Rude began during the Super Pose Down at the 1989 Royal Rumble. Then it progressed to where both superstars battled over the Intercontinental Championship. At SummerSlam 90, the rivals met inside a 15-foot-high steel cage for the WWE Championship. Victory could be achieved by pinfall or escape from the cage.
It's got to be over now. The triple threat match for the Raw Women's Championship was another example of the incredible competition between the female superstars of WWE. Charlotte was physically dominant and fighting off the challenges of Bayley and Sasha Banks. At one point, the Queen even landed a moonsault moonsault on both their opponents at the same time, but the Boss and Bayley put it all on the line and kept fighting.
There were several near pinfalls during this battle, but in the end, as it should be, the Queen exhibited her genetic superiority by fighting off both her challengers. After drilling Bayley with a boot to the face, the Queen pinned the Hugger and retained her Raw Women's
Lariat!
This could be the turning point.
Before 2017's Extreme Rules, there were just 3 previous tag team matches where championship gold was decided inside a steel cage in the history of WWE special events. The Hardy Boys were in 2 of those matches. At Extreme Rules, in order to win the match, both members of a team had to exit the cage and have both feet on the floor.
The Hardys used their famous continuity to gain the early advantage until Cesaro and Sheamus utilized their devastating power to slow the pace of the match down. Both teams battled atop the steel cage, but in the end, Sheamus and Cesaro won the race to the arena floor to become new Raw Tag Team Champions.
A well-placed strike.
Spear! Incredible.
There's a pin now. Plenty of fight left.
The Beast won't stay down.
The WWE Universe has seen the evolution of the steel cage in the enclosure known today as Hell in a Cell. The first time an enclosed cage was seen was in October of 1983 in the last Battle of Atlanta. The enclosed cage was seen a few years later in the War Games match from the NWA. There were even cage...
Here he goes. Now he's got something working. Nicely done.
Wow, we might just be witnessing the...
He's a man among boys right now. Byron, we talk about the progression of steel cage matches and the type of structures that have been spawned from them. I need to point out that some cages have been electrified. One was made from bamboo in the form of a Punjabi prison match. And of course, the Elimination Chamber with glass pods and steel doors.
And today we have the Asylum match, where weapons are on top of the cage. Just goes to show you that times may change, but the objective to destroy...
Oh, and he breaks free!
But the damage might have already been done, Michael.
There's a certain...
Oh, no. We know what this is.
Oh, boy, he is rolling.
Only one place to go when you're stuck in the fucking...
F5! Oh, my. You have to like his chances here.
Gets the shoulder up.
That would have been a shocker.
There's no coming back from that. Oh, no! The no disqualification stipulation in a triple threat match can take the battle in many directions, and each one is more unexpected than the next. A superstar can be attacked with a weapon and can be assaulted by an individual who's not even signed to compete in the match, and the contest will continue because everything's legal.
To know that someone could bludgeon you with a sledgehammer, lay you out with a chair, or beat you with a kendo stick, or you can be attacked by someone who's not in the match, and the referee can't do anything about it. It makes things very difficult if you're on the receiving end of assaults like that.
It's just a matter of time now. There's no recovering from that. Going for it again.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
We talk about how important stipulations are in a steel cage match. If superstars sign a contract where the only way to win is escape the cage and have both your feet touch the floor, the competitors must have a plan. Especially since you have to be comfortable trying to escape through the cage door as you do climbing over the top of the cage and vice versa.
He survived the cage. I can't believe what we just witnessed. Steel cage matches never fail to surprise and amaze.
He ain't messing around. Look at him go. Who could forget this? I really enjoyed every minute of this.
That's coming up big here for two of WWE's best.
I am awestruck, gentlemen. We just witnessed another human being overcome the beast incarnate.
Well, folks, it was a great effort by all three competitors. That cannot be denied.
Hey, did you enjoy that video? Don't forget to click on the screen for more professional wrestling games content here at Main Event Games. And if you enjoy our content, click that subscribe button. That way, you will support the channel and support me. Thank you!